Watch no way.
You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Oh, wait. Pardon me. Whew, boy. Lordy. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, days, and gays. This is the Real Pineapple. It's your humble host, Hunter, here. Happy Sunday night to y'all. I hope you're having a good one. Hope you're safe. Hope you're well. Happy Sunday to you. Cheers. All right, so got a quick stream for y'all tonight. I will have a stream tomorrow night, probably around 8 Pacific. Keep an eye out on my socials for that, because I'm gonna watch Lanterns, the series premiere tomorrow, and I'm gonna review that as well as break down the trailers and everything, all the news from D23, because there's a ton of news out of D23 this weekend, and yeah, I kind of want to give my thoughts on that. So yeah, check out the stream tomorrow night. But as far as this stream, I know my cat Milo here is, hey buddy, yeah, good boy. He's sniffing me. So honestly, I do need to be up kind of early tomorrow. I need to be up by clocked in at 6. So probably is the one review here. I'll add the Chris first to tomorrow's stream. Camp Rock 3. So I'm going to be real. I had no idea. I completely forgot that there was a Camp Rock 3 happening. I'm pretty sure I've seen the first. So actually, that's a lie. I've seen the first one. I know I've seen the first one. I don't remember anything about the second one. To be real, I barely remember anything about the first one. I just know that the Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato are in it, and it's basically High School Musical, but not as successful. That's what that's why I remember. Because there's 3 High School Musicals, isn't there? I think there's 3. Let's see, High School. I feel like I should know this. I mean, because High School Musical had 3 movies, and then it had that fucking the series that was on Disney Plus when Disney Plus first launched. So yeah, High School Musical is way more successful, but I guess divorce is expensive. So Joe Jonas was like, "Hey, let's do a third Camp Rock." So Camp Rock 3, which is directed by Veronica Rodriguez, who from directing Betty or being a writer on Betty, Free Ridge. She directed Let's Get Married. Shout out to Doomsday Tay. Love you, boo. She's over on Twitch right now. If you're not following her at twitch.tv/Doomsday Tay, you should be. That's Doomsday and then Tayy, by the way. But much love to Doomsday Tay. But yeah, Veronica Rodriguez went ahead and directed this shit. Edie Faye is the writer of the movie of this movie. She was a writer on Fuller House, pardon me. That's her biggest claim to fame, and then this. So I mean, not a ton of proven commodities behind the camera. So the big question is, like, again, I don't remember the first fucking 2 Camp Rocks. It doesn't fucking matter, but it's like, is this movie good? And the short answer, no. It is it is garbage. It is hot garbage, as the French would say. So I was watching this today, and The one thing, okay, so I don't do this often, but I'm gonna give my grade before I get into my review. So, okay, here's my grade. It's an F. It's an F. It is not a go fuck yourself. The reason it's not a go fuck yourself is because I cried because I laughed so hard. The ending, the ending of this goddamn movie, I went, you know what? Yes, yes, I am so happy that you had the fucking gall to break your own logic for what you set up. Yes, good. I'm happy that you did this because it gives me more reason to hate this fucking movie. Um it's so bad. So this movie in question, Connect 3 is back. That's the name of the band that the Jonas Brothers are in this movie. I had no fucking idea that's what they were fucking called, but sure. They are the Gray brothers in this movie, which all right. Uh Kevin Jonas, the adopted one, he plays Jason Gray. Nick Jonas plays Nate. Joe Jonas plays Shane. So let me just get this out of the way. I this is oh god, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. The Jonas Brothers are not good actors. I remember watching their TV show Jonas because my sisters would just thought that shit was funny. It's a really bad show, but it's like a fun bad show. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Hercules. Like yeah, like the Kevin Sorbo Hercules. It's one of those shows where you're watching, you're like, this is fucking nuts that this show fucking exists. And yet everyone behind the show kind of knows that it's insane that the show exists. So it weirdly kind of works. That's not the case here. This feels like they're playing it kind of straight, which is honestly the wrong way to play this. I wish they would have leaned into the pun intended camp a little more, but they don't really. So this also felt like the Jonas Brothers were like, okay, we're available for like 2 days. We'll show up at the camp a couple times. You can get a couple shots. We'll interact with the kids for a scene or two, and then get us the fuck out of here. Because so Camp Rock itself, like the actual place, Camp Rock, it's kind of like The Voice, where it's like, where are they on? Like season like 30 something of The Voice, like season 33, I think I read of The Voice. And if someone were to tell you The Voice has produced like successful singers, you'd probably go, well, yeah, it's been on for 33 seasons. But if you sat back and thought about it, you'd go, wait a minute, who has the Voice produced in terms of like good singers? And that's where I kind of go with Camp Rock. Like, who the fuck, like Connect 3, okay, but they're on a reunion tour, so clearly things aren't going great. But the movie is just like, shut up, shut up, shut up. Don't think about that. So the movie in question follows Sage, who's played by Lamani Segura. I think she's pretty new. She's okay. She was in I guess she's been in the Descendants stuff. That's another Disney property. So okay, so this is kind of her first big starring vehicle, which I'll say I don't know. That's the thing about this movie too. That's kind of, I don't even want to say difficult, but the kids just aren't that good. Like I'm just like I'm not trying to be a dick, but they're not. The kids are just, there's really no one watching this. I'm going, okay, you could be like, you remember like as bad as oh god, what was that show? You okay? So I remember watching again Big Brother, but I remember watching something like Victorious, right, with Victoria Justice, and I still remember hearing Ariana Grande sing on there for the first time and going, "Uh-oh, like, oh, she's way better than Victoria. Like that's like, ooh, that's not good for you, Victoria." And that kind of being a thing and being like, "Oh wow, Ariana Grande is really talented." As I'm watching this movie, there's no one that's even close to there's no one even remotely close in that stratosphere in terms of what they're clearly going for here. These kids are just they're all just archetypes, really. You have the classically trained girl who wants to learn how to rock. You have the girl in Sage who is, quote, destined for greatness. Um, you have the black girl who's Callie, who's played by Brooklyn Pitts. I mean, like, everyone feels like they are a type and really not a character. Again, these kids are young. I always go back to this example, but you look at something like the first Harry Potter, like, they obviously grew into the roles. Like, I'm sure these kids will be fine, or at least some of them will be. But in terms of this movie, watching it, I was just like, oh god, like, just stop. Um, the villains in this movie, Madison, and I can't remember her goons, but Madison's the main one, who's played by Ava Jean. I think that was the thing that tripped me out the most. So Madison and her two henchmen, they're trying to go ahead and sabotage Sage and the rest of the campers. They actively fail at multiple points at trying to go ahead and sabotage the campers, but they're still allowed in the camp. Like, they're not thrown out, they're not disciplined, they're not, told, like, hey, stay in this fucking cabin while they're doing performances. No, they're just kind of allowed to keep wandering. And I just there's so many moments as I'm watching the movie, I'm going, you're not making sense for your own universe, let alone me putting any actual fucking criticism to the shit. There's a thing called the Camp Rock Stomp, which, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I hated it. I I saw it and I was just like, oh god, like, that's really bad. The within the first 90 seconds, the minute and 8 second mark to be exact, someone, I think it's Sage, says Camp Rock is basically a historical landmark, which, come on, y'all. A historical landmark. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, that was the thing about this movie, or one of the things about this movie that just had me. Oh my god, that's like almost choke here. Oh my god. Mm. That I was just kind of floored by. That was the other thing too. I'm assuming the Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato were like, I know they went to the camp. Maybe they became counselors. Again, don't remember the first two. Don't really fucking care. But there's at least 50 kids at this camp, right? They have one person who's in charge of the camp, and that's it. Like, there's no one else. Like, they don't have they don't have camp counselors. I'm watching this going, wait a minute. Like, there needs to be someone else here. And the movie's like, fuck you, another. No, there doesn't. It's so okay. So Connect 3, the Jonas Brothers, they're going ahead and they're reforming to go ahead and go back on a new world tour. And their opener goes ahead and drops out, right? So the whole premise of this movie is that Camp Rock 3 is being used to find the new opener for Connect 3, right? One artist. They say multiple times, we're gonna pick one of you to go through this, like, to go through this marathon, to go through Camp Rock, and we will pick one of you to be our new opening act. So as I'm watching this, there is a point where I went, there's no way they're gonna pick one kid. It has to be more than one. And so I thought, okay, maybe two kids. Where this movie ends up is, like, I won't spoil it officially, but it's one of those things that as I was watching it, I went, oh my god, you're really gonna pull this shit. You have so little shame. You're going to pull this, quote, I wouldn't even call it a twist. It it's so ridiculous. angry watching this shit. Um, one other actually fuck one other thing, a couple other things. Sage, so she has this one dance number where she's talking about how it's her one shot. You know, it's basically 8 Mile, but she and just as good. But she has this moment where she's talking about, you know, it's my one shot. I'm gonna give it my all. Da da da. And she bumps into the bad boy of the camp, the one that, of course, she's destined to fall in love with. And the way she bumps into him, I don't know how many takes they did of the bump, but it's like they did 2 takes and they went, fuck it, moving on. Because the fucking bump that Sage takes is maybe the worst bump I've seen in any film ever. I was actually amazed at how bad the editing was on the bump and the actual bump itself. Like it's a masterclass in how to do something incorrectly. Like I was I was truly amazed. Also, there is a moment between the bad boy that I just mentioned, Fletch, who's played by Malachi Barton. Fletch Robinson, not a bad boy name, but sure, let's roll with it. There is a point involving a cell phone, right? And something that happens with Fletch. And one of the things that Camp Rock always says is like there's no exception, no exceptions, no cell phones allowed because we don't want, you know, the band practices to leak or anything like that. So Fletch has something that happened to him that's actually pretty traumatic and pretty dark. And so in my head, I'm going, okay, he should be allowed to have a cell phone. But they only introduced this thing in order for there to be conflict about said phone. And the way that Sage brings this shit up, it is such a what the fuck, bitch, how dare like the way she dimes him out. I can't tell anyone to watch this, but that scene in particular, the look he gives her, like, what are you doing? I was amazed. I was laughing so goddamn hard. I was like, all right, you know what? This to the point that I was crying. I genuinely was crying. I was laughing so hard. But um the whole final rock shit at the end where, you know, everyone's like brings their A game. That whole sequence, I one of the problems with this movie is that everything feels recorded. Like none of the performances feel like they should feel. You know what I mean? Like you should feel like you're performing in front of your peers. And it never feels like that. It all feels like very manufactured stuff done in a studio. So it really does actually take you out of the like emotion of it. There is also there's this point with Fletch and Sage where they have this activity where it's like, all right, turn around and ask questions to a camper you don't know, like really ask these specific questions, like really dig in there. And the way that Fletch asks these questions about Sage and what he's able to discern from the conversation they have and the way he spins it into a love song all within the span of about 4 minutes, I was truly I was flabbergasted. My flabber was gasted. I could not I could not stop laughing at just how absurd the way they pulled this out of their ass was. So I look, it's like 90 minutes. It's like 93 minutes, but it's one of those movies that I'm just like, y'all, like, whoo, like this is rough. Like this is really rough that you went ahead. That you went ahead and did this. Yeah, it's an F. I already mentioned it's an F, so you know, whatever. But it's such shit. It's so bad. But yeah, so there it's an F for for Camp Rock 3. Don't make any more of these. Just let this shit die.